Today is Ember Wednesday. Just a reminder that today is traditionally a day of fasting and prayer for the faithful in the church. In my diocese it's required, but in most dioceses it is not. We don't need requirements. The readings will come from Acts 2:14-21 and Acts 5:12-16, and then John 6:44-52. And so let's begin. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. From the Acts of the Apostles. But Peter, standing up with the 11, lifted up his voice and spoke to them, Ye men of Judea, and all you that dwell in Jerusalem, be this known to you, and with your ears receive my words. For these are not drunk, as you suppose, seeing it is but the 3rd hour of the day. But this is that which was spoken of by the prophet Joel. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Lord, I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And upon my servants, indeed, and upon my handmaids will I pour out in those days of my Spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will show wonders in the heaven above, and signs on the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and manifest day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Deo gratias. Continuation of the Acts of the Apostles. And by the hands of the apostles were many signs and wonders wrought among the people, and they were all with one accord in Solomon's porch. But of the rest no man durst join himself unto them, but the people magnified them. And the multitude of men and women who believed in the Lord was more increased, insomuch that they brought forth the sick into the streets, and laid them on beds and couches, that, when Peter came, his shadow at least might overshadow any of them, and they might be delivered from their infirmities. And there came also together to Jerusalem a multitude out of the neighboring cities, bringing sick persons, and such as were troubled with unclean spirits, who were all healed. Deo gratias. Continuation of the Holy Gospel according to St. John. Gloria tibi, Domine. No man can come to me except the Father, who hath sent me, draw him. And I will raise him up in the last day. It is written in the prophets, and they shall all be taught of God. Every one that hath heard of the Father and hath learned cometh to me. And not that any man hath seen the Father, but he who is of God, he hath seen the Father. Amen, amen, I say unto you, he that believeth in me hath everlasting life. I am the bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the desert and are dead. This is the bread which cometh down from heaven, that if any man eat of it, he may not die. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever, and the bread that I will give is my flesh for the life of the world. Laus tibi, Christe.